Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to have you here. Today we are doing one of my favorite videos to film, and that is my Kindle Unlimited Summer Mystery Challenges. Now, I know we have a bad track record for doing these things, but I promise I am doing them early. It is the 7th of September, and the first one opened on the 5th, so we're getting in it early. The next one doesn't open until the 20th this month, so I'm gonna have a little bit of pause in between there, but still, we are going to get to them before I already unlock them or something, or I miss them. Because I am getting really tired of failing on these, personally. So we're getting on the Kindle app right now. Alright, so the new one for this video is Hispanic Heritage Month. So, let's see what this one is. It says to unlock this achievement, no, it doesn't say that. It says unlock this achievement when you complete a book from one of our featured Hispanic and Latino authors. Qualifying Kindle books. I don't like the way that they do this now. They have it in like a, I don't know, it's not like actually in the Kindle app. It like takes you somewhere else, it feels like. I don't know. Maybe I'm just coming up with something. I think I actually had With Love on my Kindle at some point, but I'm not certain. I don't actually remember. Tender is the Flesh. I do have that one on my shelf over there. Murmur of Bees. I've heard that was pretty good. Okay, The Devil's Highway. I think that cover's really cool looking. Like, really cool. I don't know why, but I like it. Probably should have put these in just the unlimited category. I might do that if it gives me pages. Yeah, I don't think it's going to give me any pages to pick from, so, or pages to scroll through, so I'm going to just go ahead and make sure all of these are on unlimited first. Here we go. Everybody, let's give a big thank you to Nick in the comments for getting us Kindle Unlimited and keeping that on for us, because I didn't want to pay for it. So he's the reason why I still get to do these videos. So, thank you. There's really not many of these that I've seen before. I'm scared to pick one with like a lower rating. Oh, fun. Thank you guys, 100 subscribers. We just saw that. So cool. Alright, is that all? That's all. The last time I did this, I got a terrible book, and I just really don't want to deal with that again. So I'm probably just going to stick with some of the ones that are up closer to the top. FBI Agent? No. No. If you know anything about me, it's that I cannot do detective books or anything like that. I do not like them. I said I don't want to do a romance and then pick one that's called With Love. Let's see. Figure skating. Okay. I don't know if this is just me. I am on the side of TikTok where it's talking about the drama with those figure skaters. I don't even know what country they're from, nor do I know their names, but they figure skated together, and I guess he no longer wants to skate with her. So I am all over that side of TikTok. And so after watching some of the ways that he looks at her, I'm like, I feel like I need to read some kind of like ice skating book, and here we are. I know I just said I didn't want to do a romance book, but that's looking kind of enticing, I will say. Nope. Oh my gosh, I thought this said that the basket was covered in bees. I was like, that's literally terrifying. But it's just a blanket with bees on it. Oh, wait. Disfigured and covered in a blanket of bees. No, it is. I guess it is covered in bees. Like, actually. I don't know about this one. I like the cover of this one too, honestly. This one looks like it could be kind of cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are y'all rooting for? Let me know what you're rooting for in the comments really quick while I'm trying to decide between these two. Right now I'm between With Love and Too Soon for Adios. I don't know. This one's short though. I do kind of want something a little bit shorter, but this one's only like 100 more pages at the least, I think. Okay, or not. This one's 540, the other one's like 300. I honestly think that I'm gonna go with Too Soon for Adios, just because I think that this will be something different for me. I think that if I want to read another romance book, I've heard good things from With Love, and I can always pick that up a later time. However, I don't think that I will remember this one personally. No offense to this author at all. I just don't think that that would be something that I would naturally gravitate towards, so I think that that's something that I want to keep for the challenge, and then I can read the other one later on if I choose to. I'm gonna go ahead and re-get my Kindle Unlimited. I'm going to add this book to my library, and then I'm going to go ahead and start reading it. So I'm only on chapter 5 and I'm kind of going to brain dump a little bit for you. I don't understand why the main character is worried about betraying her mom that just died when her mom already betrayed her. I mean, her mom literally took out, I think they said like $40,000 worth of credit card debt on this girl's credit. Her mom literally got credit cards under her name to pay for their mortgage, ran her credit up, and now she's got like $40,000 in debt. But her mom instilled in her like, oh, we don't take out handouts, we don't take charity, all that stuff, when in fact she is taking charity from her daughter to cover the payments on the house. Now the daughter has this opportunity where she can fix up a house and pay off some of those debts, which include the $40,000 on top of, I think she has like $70,000 or something in student loans, maybe it was like $60,000 in student loans. She's got like $100,000 worth of debt that she's got to figure something out with. And now her mom's dead, and from beyond the grave, her mom is like dictating her life. I mean, come on. If my mom were to do that, like, I'm not going to worry about something that she said before she died. I'm not going to worry about her being like, oh, we shouldn't accept charity, we shouldn't accept handouts. You shouldn't have taken $40,000 to my name. Now I gotta go do me to fix your mess. Like, that just, that's so crazy to me. And the fact that, like, yeah, I get it, right? Honor your father and mother. I understand. But at the end of the day, they're dead. They're dead. And you gotta figure out how to live your own life. You gotta figure out how to make it work. You gotta figure out a way to deal with the ramifications of what your mom just did. Because that was mean. I don't care what anybody says, that's mean. That's so terrible. That's an awful thing to do to your kid. And then now from beyond the grave, she's thinking about like, oh, my mom told me that I shouldn't do this. My mom told me not to do this. My mom said that this was bad. This looks tacky, whatever. Get over it. Do what you gotta do. Your mom screwed you over, and you're not screwing her over by fixing her mess. I'm sorry, you're just not. You're not. That's so crazy to me. I don't get that. That's so terrible. I don't understand how anybody can do that to a kid. They seem to be very family oriented. I don't know why she couldn't just ask for help. That sucks. That's such a crappy situation. And then to feel like you can't actually do anything about it. No. I don't think that I care about this story in the slightest. I don't think that I want to read it anymore. I think that I want to just like DNF it and whatever. Just because I'm even reading it and it's just not sticking in my brain. I'm just not thinking that I'm going to love it that much. The concept is okay, I guess. I don't know. It just seems like it's going to be kind of boring. Obviously I'm going to finish it, but if it were up to me, I'd probably not. Hopefully I can finish it tonight though and get it out of the way so I can start on something else in the morning. I have been slacking so hard, it's not even funny. I am coming up with every possible excuse to not pick up my book and read it. Like, I don't even play on my phone ever at all. But I have just been devouring TikTok because it means I don't have to pick up my book. I don't know what the problem is. It's not that I don't want to read, because I do. I want to be invested in a story, and I just don't think that I'm going to be invested in this. I don't see myself getting invested in this at all. So I feel like, because I feel like that, I don't really want to put the effort into finishing it and getting into it, even though I need to, because that was kind of the only one that I was interested in picking from. Maybe I need to do the other book instead. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to finish this book. It's only like 300 pages. I can do it. It's just, I don't want to. So I think I'm about like 30% of the way through this book. 25 to 30%, something like that. And I've been absolutely struggling so hard on actually picking this book up and reading it. I don't think that I like it, so I think I'm having issues with actually wanting to read it at all. It's not good. It's not going great. So far, the main character, her mom died and left her with like $150,000 worth of debt. Her mom was literally paying the mortgage on credit cards that she took out in her daughter's name, and then like told her daughter, oh no, we don't accept handouts. So now this girl's trying to figure out how to pay off all of the debt that she now owes, and she tried to go back and get a job. Well, that didn't work out, so she ended up quitting that job. Her biological dad came during the funeral and offered her this house that he had inherited from his grandma. and she was like, you know, I don't want to accept handouts, I'm not going to do it. But after that fell through with her job, she decided that she was just going to go ahead and take it, sell the house, and then use the money from the house sale to pay off all the debts. So she's now, I believe, in New Mexico. Not certain, but I think so. She doesn't plan on creating a relationship with her dad. She just kind of wants to sell this house and be done with him, not have to worry about him ever again. But that's not what he wants. He definitely wants to form at least some sort of relationship with her, because I don't think he's ever in the picture at all. She gets to this town, she meets the mayor of the town, I guess, and I don't know how old he is in relation to her. I don't know. To me, he seemed older, but I guess not. She's talking about how attractive he is, but how annoying he is, so I'm assuming that they're gonna have some kind of enemies to lovers type thing going on. Not that I really care about them at all in the slightest. So far, I don't care about any of the characters at all. Her family, they seem so nice, but they just seem really possessive of her and what she does. They're like almost unwilling to let her make her own decisions, so they're kind of frustrating me. Which, again, that's great that they care about her so deeply and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, she's a grown-up. She needs to figure out how to make her own way and stuff, and, you know, not just do everything that her aunts tell her. So far, it's okay. I'm not loving it. I'm not really resonating with any of the story. It just seems kind of unrealistic to me to be like, oh, hey, there's this house that I was given. I don't really want it. Like, you can have it and sell it. I don't know, I don't live in a world where I see that happening to anybody ever, so that's just kind of odd to me. I guess we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can finish it today, because I have been reading this for, like, I'm not even kidding, around 2 weeks, and it's like less than 300 pages, so I've got to get this done. I do not want to read it though. I want to DNF it and pick something else up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to thug it out and do it. Just gotta do it. I don't want to though. But it's okay. Hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully I'll enjoy it, and I don't know. Hopefully I'll really like it. But I'm not thinking that that's in the cards for me for this one. Alright, so here we are like 15 days later, and I finally finished Too Soon for Adios. Now, I talked about how I was really struggling with this book. I couldn't get into it for a really long time. And I was really just struggling with the whole concept of it. I'm not saying it was bad by any means, but it just took me a while to actually get into the storyline and actually start enjoying it. They're gonna mow. They're really getting at it over there with the lawnmower, so if you can hear that, I apologize. I can't tell them to stop, so it literally took me 70% of the way through to actually get into it, and even at that point, it still wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is incredible, this is so good now. It was just like, it was alright, it was entertaining still, and I liked it, but I didn't like it, you know what I mean? Me personally, I do really enjoy books about cooking for some reason. I don't know why. If there's like a chef in it, a baker, anything like that, I tend to like that just because I like cooking myself. So that was something that I did enjoy out of this one. The girl and her dad was a chef, and so they kind of talked about them owning a restaurant and stuff like that, and then just them coming together through food, essentially. Also, I don't know if you even recognize who I am anymore. I got my nails done, and I don't ever do that, but who is she? I don't know. All in all, it just wasn't my favorite book. I don't want to say I wouldn't recommend it to somebody. I guess I could. But it just wasn't my personal favorite. I did enjoy it after that 70% mark-ish. It got a lot easier to read. But for some reason, that first up to 70%, it was literally just like dragging on. It was kind of boring. It wasn't very... I don't want to say it wasn't very storytelling, but to me, it wasn't like a crazy story at all. It was just like, oh, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. I was just kind of like, okay, like, cool, nice, that's great. Just waiting for it to move on to something different, more exciting. There was some romance in it. The romance was alright. There wasn't any spy scenes necessarily. It kind of just alluded to it. So there was some make-out stuff, not any like depicting spice. So that was nice. I don't know, the main character's romance, I don't want to say it was like too fast or it budded too fast or anything like that. They didn't like each other. She was like, he's rude. and then all of a sudden now they're kind of like having a little bit of feelings for each other. Maybe I just want like a little bit more oomph when it comes to like romance stuff. I want something that I've not really seen before, and that was just kind of like standard. They didn't like each other at first, or at least she didn't like him. They kept talking, kept like poking around at each other, and was like, nah, this is not gonna work, we're never gonna pursue a relationship, like stay away from me, because even though he's super cute, it's not gonna happen, like I don't want to be thinking of him like this. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey, I want to kiss you, and she's like, oh my gosh, like did he just admit that? Did he just say that he wanted to kiss me? Like he wants me? Oh my goodness. And then they pursue a relationship like that. Again, it wasn't anything crazy, it wasn't my favorite, it wasn't my least favorite. I didn't mind reading it after I got past the majority of the book. I actually started enjoying it a little bit. This is my first pick for this one. I am gonna kind of peek at what the next one is. It doesn't start for a couple days because yes, it literally took me 15 days to read this book. I'm not joking. It comes with a hint. So the hint is, it says finish strong. So we will get that in a couple more days. Oh dang, that was quick. They mowed that grass fast. I don't even know what finish strong could mean in terms of a challenge. Probably just like reading the last week, every day the last week. I could see something like that happening, which that's better than just reading for a day. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what it says, and then I'm actually going to do whatever that challenge says. I'm not going to add my own thing to it. I'm not going to put my own spin on it. If it says just read a day, I'm just gonna read a day. If that's boring, I do apologize. It's not my fault. It's an Amazon problem. But I do want to just actually stick to the prompt for once and not just pick another book to read for that. So we'll see what it says. Hopefully it's something interesting. If it's something boring, oh well, then we'll just be boring for the last half. I will come back. I will see you in a couple days to figure out what that actually is. Welcome back, folks. Not welcome back for you, but welcome back for me. It's the 21st. I'm a day late. I'm aware of that. I know. I'm so sorry. But it is officially time to reveal the second mystery challenge. Let's see what we got here. This one is the epic finish, and it says, drumroll, unlock this achievement when you read 3 days from now until the end of the summer challenge. Okay, well, I can do that. I can read 3 days. I figured it was gonna be something like that, but you know what? It is what it is. So I guess this will give me a chance to read some of the books that I've had on my Kindle. If there's a book on Unlimited that I've been eyeballing, I don't really know. It says browse books, so we'll just take a peek at what all is on here. The Grace Year, I want to read that so bad. I could read another Mary Kay Andrews book. I'm joking, I'm kidding. I don't want to do that. I will say her covers are kind of cute, so I'll give her that. However, ooh. Man, was that something else. I think I'm just going to take some time and prowl on it. I have a bunch of stuff to do today, so I'm probably not going to be reading a whole lot. But I will find a book, hopefully today, and at least just figure out what I want to read for that. And then I will come back for those 3 days and we will read together. I'll let you know what I pick, let you know what I'm deciding. I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I kind of want to make a thing on the YouTube comments or whatever where I ask you like what you think I should read, so maybe I can just do that. Maybe I can just ask y'all for an unlimited recommendation and just whatever I see, just kind of pick from that. But I'll figure out a book that I want to read and I'll let you know what I pick, and then we'll come back and I'll read for those 3 days with you. Unfortunately, it is kind of another boring one, but it's not that boring. It's not terrible. So that's good. At least it's not just one day. So I can do that. So I guess you'll see what I pick when I come back. So I totally had this whole plan that I was going to read a sci-fi book, and I was very excited about it, and I found one, and it wasn't very long, and I was stoked for it. However, our Wi-Fi has been out for like the past couple weeks, so I tried to connect to the Wi-Fi, and I couldn't get that connected. And then also, in this house, for some reason, I don't get service at all. So when the Wi-Fi goes out, I'm screwed. I can't do anything. And that also means my hotspot doesn't work. So I could not get my book downloaded onto my Kindle, unfortunately. So it's on my phone, but I'm not reading on my phone. I guess that just gives me an opportunity to read some of the books that I already have on my Kindle. I mainly have just been keeping those for times I don't have my unlimited membership or I'm going out of town or something like that and I just don't want to bring a book with me. But whatever, I guess I'm just going to have to go ahead and dip into the reserves a little bit today and pick one of those books. So I picked The Paris Apartments by Lucy Foley. I don't even know if you can see that. Probably not. But that's what I'm going with today. Unfortunately, I did not want to read this today. I wanted to read my sci-fi book, but obviously the Lord had other plans. He said, no, Megan, you're not reading that. Not today. Not on my watch. Hopefully I enjoy this book. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't. I've heard some good things about it, but I've also heard some bad things about it. So, I mean, but I guess that's every book. According to this challenge, we've got 3 days to read, so we're going to go ahead and do day 1. So I just finished The Paris Apartments by Lucy Foley, and honestly, I know I say this literally every time I finish a book. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not this at all. Honestly, I think for the longest time I was like, this is just gonna be like an okay book. I'm not really gonna like it. There's not gonna be anything crazy that happens. Because for the most part, it was really just following the main characters and you're just trying to figure out how they all piece together, and there's not really any sense of like, oh, like I wonder who did it, like I wonder, it's more just how does this all connect, how does this all fit together and stuff like that. So I didn't think that it was going to be super fascinating. I didn't think it was going to be super interesting. I will say I did guess all of the plot twists in time. Once they started kind of like getting into it, I was like, oh, this is probably what happened, this is probably what happened, oh, okay, well, this probably happened, to which all of that was correct. It definitely was kind of difficult, in my opinion, to follow along with the present and past tense. I feel like it went back and forth pretty frequently. It wasn't just a past tense chapter and then a present tense chapter, it went back and forth in between the chapters. So the characters would be talking to other characters, and then all of a sudden it would flash back, and then it would like flash forward, and then it would flash back again, just kind of all within the same scene. So that got kind of confusing. It was not easy for me to keep the timeline of this one down pat. However, it wasn't that hard. It didn't flow as nice as I would have expected. But again, that's not the end of the world. I liked it. I thought it was kind of interesting. I thought it was unique. I thought the atmosphere was kind of cool. Like, they're in Paris. Obviously, there's not any defining features of them being in Paris other than them speaking French sometimes, which I don't even know if it's French. I would assume so, but I don't speak French, so I could be wrong. If you're looking for a more mellow, trying to figure out how the pieces get put together type of thriller, it's not anything crazy. Your heart's not beating out of your chest. You're not trying to figure anything out. It's more just, oh, okay, how is this all going to come together? How is this all going to play out? Kind of thing. So if that's kind of what you're into, you're not really into trying to guess who did it, and you're really just there for the vibes. This one really didn't have me trying to guess. Normally I'm reading a thriller book and I'm all brains. I'm all thinking, trying to figure out what happened. And this one I wasn't really doing that because there wasn't a way to really even put that together. There was no like, oh, I wonder if this person did it or this person did it, because they're all just kind of equally weird together, and it's all just awkward and uncomfortable, and it's like everybody is just in their own little bubble, and it was a very interesting one, I will say that for sure. I will definitely let you know what I thought of it, give you my actual ratings and everything like that, I think next week, because I'll be doing my monthly wrap up. So stay tuned for that if you actually want to know what I rated this. I definitely need some time to think on them, so that way I can make an accurate decision for you. But that means that I have successfully finished my 3 days of reading, so we have finished our Kindle challenge. I actually did them all. I actually did the prompts this time, so give myself a little round of applause for that one. Also, stay tuned. Stay tuned for my, I don't even know what it's called on the YouTube thing. I'm gonna start kind of communicating with y'all through that. If I need you guys to pick out a book for me or anything like that, I'll be posting that on the little YouTube thing. I don't know what it's called, to be honest. I think on mine it says like a community. I don't know. So if you see a community of mine pop up, reach out, right? I want to hear from you guys. So that's a feature that I'm probably going to be trying to incorporate a little bit more in the future, so just keep your eyes peeled for that, because I did post, I asked if anybody had any Kindle Unlimited books that they wanted me to read for this, and I didn't hear anything. So I had to pick my own. So if there's anything that you specifically want me to read, just keep your eyes peeled for that, because I might reach out and might pick a book that one of you guys suggests for me. But that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me and helping me do my Kindle challenges, even though it literally took all month. Shame on me. Shame on me. I'm gonna fix that next month. It's gonna be better. But thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hopefully will get to see you in the next one. See ya.